Hello. This video demonstrates the new and modified features in XField 1.8.4 for Petrel. These features include the display of well tracks and markers, the option to display depth horizon when working in the time domain, the ability to interpolate corner points on output, alter model transparency, and to model GZ and GZZ at different heights. Currently shown is our demo data, which contains static seismic and well data. Well tracks and tops or markers can now be projected onto the depth model window. We have 3 wells in our project with well tops. Wells are added to XField in the same way that well heads were added in previous versions of XField, by going to Model, Well Display, Select Wells. Select desired wells either individually or by well folder. The well heads can then be displayed by selecting Model, Well Display, Display Well Intersections. Tracks, well markers, and the well marker labels can be switched on by going again to Model, Well Display, and selecting the appropriate option. The well heads will appear both in the time domain and depth domain. The well tracks, markers, and marker labels will only appear in the depth window. The tolerance of the well display is based on the well head distance to the model, and not the well track. The colour of the well track and tops is the same as selected and displayed in Petrel. When modelling in the time domain, it may be useful to display a depth horizon, such as a basement obtained from depth estimates, or moho obtained from public domain data. XField now has the facility to load one QC depth horizon when working in the time domain. The horizon data is loaded like any other observed data by going to File, Open, Depth QC Horizon from Surface, or Depth QC Horizon from File. This reference horizon will be displayed in the depth domain only. It is now possible to automatically interpolate between corner points to output a full horizon rather than sparse node points. In this case, we would like to export the top salt as modelled in XField. To do this, right-click on the model window, then go to Export Corners. The Export Corners window will appear. In XField 1.8.4, there's a choice to export as picked corner locations, at trace locations, or regularly spaced intervals. The picked corners locations will just output the corner points along the picked horizon. The at trace locations will export the horizon at all seismic trace locations. So if the model horizon transverses over an area of no seismic, no corner points will be exported. For the last option, a regularly spaced horizon will be output. This can extend beyond the limits of the seismic. The output will also include the last corner point selected in XField. For now, we will choose trace locations and enter a file name and location. Then click Start Pick and simply pick the corners points you wish to export. As with previous versions of XField, the body on which you are picking needs to be active. That is shown by the bold black outline. And when going from body to body, you must select the corner point between the 2 bodies before continuing. Once finished picking, click End Pick and save. The data are exported as a text file, which can be easily imported into Petrel as a general line/points import. The transparency of the model can now be altered by going to Model, Model Body Colouring, then either sliding the transparency bar or entering a transparency percentage value. Changes to the body model colouring will be instant. The ability to model GZ and GZZ at different heights has been added. This can be accessed in Model, Model Parameters. In this way, gravity, gravity gradient, and magnetic data can be modelled at different heights. As a demonstration, I'm going to specify different heights for the observed data. As with previous versions of XField, the calculation field stations can be displayed in the depth window. To activate the field station display, go to Model, Field Stations, then switch on which field stations you'd like to view. The triangles represent the field stations. Green is for gravity gradient, red is for gravity, and blue is for magnetic modelling field stations.